on now. This is Arthur Seay and Matt Bischoff, and we are Riff Killers Podcast.
Welcome to Riff Killers Podcast. Artie, your good friend, Tye Zamora. Lay down
We
the
are
law with
mortal
me,
fucking enemies. No, I love him. Tye's the best. You people get it if you, get more into watch our shit, you'll get it. Tye's amazing. Everybody doesn't know Tye Zamora, which is actually my mom's maiden name.
Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farm. He has another band called Meek. It's fucking amazing. He's the man behind Alien Ant Farm too. He's that all around badass musician. We worked together. I met him doing Godsmack. And that's how Ape Shit got created. We were just doing all these festivals going, what? These shitty bands are playing? Why aren't we playing? Because we're fucking players.
Yeah.
And then we wrote a whole fucking record in hotel rooms all over the world.
And I tell you what,
Tye's a
Arthur,
badass.
I don't know Tye, but after talking to him, that you guys will hear in our conversation, one of the coolest dudes I think that we've had on the podcast. Just super nice, down to earth. And he gets into some really deep shit
that even I didn't know. I'm like, wow. It's like how he, looked at things as Alien Ant Farm was coming up and trying to get signed, and then, finally getting signed, and very relatable topics, man. Relatable topics. I have verbal dyslexia. I got to tell you guys. I haven't been drinking. I haven't smoked any weed. I haven't done any. I just kombucha. I took a huge dump right now. I should be really good, but verbal dyslexia kicks me sometimes. But anyway, Tye Zamora is amazing. People watch it. Even if you know nothing about Alien Ant Farm or anything, he's just a fucking amazing dude. And we had like the ultimate blast touring together, doing Godsmack, etc. Like it made it fun. Like we just instantly bro down, similar to how like me and Paul Gray from Slipknot bro down, where it's just like, it was just fun. Like if it wasn't for that, it would have been like just a job and like, oh God, fuck. But it was like, we had a blast. We wrote some incredible music, and we just had we laughed 24 hours. And we talk about this in the podcast. We're like, we were having so much fun. Everybody was getting mad because we were having so much fun. You know what I mean? There's always haters like, why are they having so much fun? Like, because touring can get, it's rad, but they can get fucking tedious, and, playing and touring and working for a band and touring. So anyway, Tye Zamora, everybody. Come on now.
Welcome to Riff Killers Podcast.
Come on now.
Arthur C. Tye
fucking Zamora.
Yes, and Tye, I believe I'm speaking to, is this the full fucking ape shit experience that I'm gonna have right now? Is it just you two motherfuckers? What's going on with that shit? You guys, I always see you guys on social media.
I have the dot of power on my forehead. Look, see? Yes, this is ape shit. You like that? Where's it at? Right there.
Dude, I love it. So you guys are great friends. Arthur, give me a little history of that,
There you go.
That?
Oh, you want to talk about that shit right now?
No, not of that. I'm saying just, you guys are good friends. Like, fill me in. Like, how'd you guys...
Well, I mean,
where'd you guys
think
meet?
Tye's a good friend. We met one day. We were walking in the park. I saw him from afar across the lake. And I'm like, that guy looks like he needs a hug. And I walked over there with my little dog. He had a little dog, and the rest is history. No, we were both doing Godsmack. And that's fucking where we met. And like, he was fucking cool as shit in the land of Godsmackdom. You know what I mean? When you go tour with these, big production big bands, you're on a bus with fucking 10 other people that you could like or not like or fucking hate, or, you know what I mean? So, it was like, oh yeah, we're both players, so we're, God, this band's fucking playing, we're fucking what the fuck.
Yeah.
So it was rad. We had a blast. Like, we had fun. Like, nothing else mattered. We went and did our jobs. We kicked ass we were dialed in. We kicked ass at our jobs, and then like it was let's have fun, man. Yes, I was guitar tech. I was doing
you were the bass
Sully.
tech. You were the bass tech. You were the guitar tech.
I was guitar tech. And,
no, but I'm saying Tye was the bass tech. Yeah.
Yep.
Tye was bass tech for Robbie. Yeah. Main man.
Robbie getting married.
Yeah.
And you guys instantly hit it off and shit, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, we hated each other viciously at first.
We were up in like Canada or something like that for a week doing rehearsals.
Yeah. No, wasn't that Kalamazoo, Michigan?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Kalamazoo, because my friend who's a sheriff, she's like this super hot sheriff. She lives in Kalamazoo, and they rented an arena to do pre-production because we had pyro and they were doing a big hoopla and all that shit. And I remember Tye because didn't we like fucking oil spot your ass or something? You got left.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Like first day,
I went outside and it was colder than what I was ready for. So I was like, I gotta go back to my room real quick and grab my jacket. And they left me there. I was like, wow. Yeah. First day, this guy's already fucking oil spotted. Oil spotted is when like the bus call or the fucking the van call, whatever, to get to where you're going. Like it's at 8, they're leaving at 8, and everybody's an asshole. We're like, says 8, let's go, let's get this going. That was,
so if you're 8:01 and shit, Tye running to get a jacket, now you gotta fucking Uber or get a cab to the arena 20 minutes away.
I got in the van first, and not everybody was in there. And I think Kurt was in it. And I got in the van. I'm like, you know what? I think I need to get a jacket. And I take off and I get back out. I'm all, what?
Yeah, because we're going to be there all day in some freezing hockey arena.
But I think it was there that wasn't it that week we started talking about Ape Shit?
You know what? No, I remember when we were doing all those European festivals, and it's like 1 million bands, 100,000 people, whatever, Grass Pop and Hellfest and all that stuff. And I remember forget what band was, playing the big stage, and we're setting up, getting their shit ready. And I'm just like, really? Both of us were like, really? This fucking band is playing right now in this show? What the fuck? And we're over here fucking tuning these guitars? Fuck that shit. I'm fucking, let's write they want that shit. You want a mosh? Fuck. And that's when we started, fucking.
Yeah.
And writing fucking the greatest songs ever to fucking hit metal.
Well, I remember seeing on social media you guys doing like little
the next biggest thing,
little blurbs. You guys were doing like little fucking miniature like commercial kind of things like this, and I'm like, holy shit, this fucking band's happening.
And we'll be doing more. It's just, everybody's got busy lives, and now's the right time to do it. Everything's about timing, man. Now's the right time to fucking do it. The world needs
Ape Shit. So who came up with that? So for those that don't know, like Ape Shit band, it's on Instagram. I know you.
I think I did.
No, I'm pretty sure
like,
I did.
Yeah, dude, well, fucking Ape Shit, well, fucking Big Ape, we'll fucking throw shit, in the crowd. But it'll be like rotten bananas. We'll have like little pockets in our pants so you can reach in and grab like a rabbit shit. And we can
I remember telling you about it. You were texting some chick, and you were completely quiet, just like, yeah, dude, whatever. And I was all, no, seriously, we should start a band, have it all crazy, call it Ape Shit. And you were just like, the whole time.
I don't know. Like, maybe Paris has it on video. I like my story. I think my story is more accurate. Yeah, we're gonna have Ape Shit. We're gonna fucking rotten bananas, and we'll have little pouches. And then
the first
we'll
thing of merchandise was the rubber poop.
Yes, we're gonna have foam rubber poop as merch. Absolutely, it's gonna say on it hashtag OOH, and it'll be on the bottom of the poop. Will be a little poop. So then you can throw them, but it won't hurt when you hit us.
Was there discussion of what Ape Shit was? Whoever came up with the name is irrelevant at this point. What I want to know is, did you guys have a plan of what genre style of music it was? Did you guys
heavy
have a vision?
Up your ass. You want a mosh? Here's the mosh riff. You want to fucking this, but majestic, cinematic, but common. Sorry, common denominators, but where it appeals to fucking middle meathead America, and they're like, yeah, you know.
I mean, when I listen to it, I feel that way.
Absolutely.
I feel yes, like, yeah. It's
well, music's got to give you that feeling. Like, you know, back in the day, I remember hearing a band like, you know, Pantera for the first time, or just some of these, you know, metal bands or just certain bands, and it's like you instantly are like, fuck yes, bob your head. You're instantly connected to the fucking
epitome.
Anything that makes you want to fucking be just like, fuck yeah. And that sounds like what Ape Shit is.
Oh, dude, it's mind blowing. I mean, I'm not tooting our own horns, but it's.
So is there music? Like, is this a joke?
Absolutely.
Is it serious?
No. Hey, fuck you. I'll kill you right now. We are dead serious. Look at us.
Because Tye reminds me of like a goddamn fucking comedian. You just look like a fucking cool.
Oh, he thinks he's funny for sure.
He looks like a funny dude that you just want to go fucking hang out.
He's a funny motherfucker. Yeah.
And stay up late and laugh with. No, you do. But I can't wait.
Be careful.
To
it gets a little too far, then it gets weird.
I have too many drinks, it gets weird.
I've told Tye many times, hey man, getting weird, bro.
Getting a little weird right now, dude.
No, it's absolutely real, man. We got fucking music. It's about, we're just, like I said, busy people. Now's the time. Everything's tracked. We're gonna send it off to the mixer dude and start formulating what's that gonna sound, and then we're just gonna do singles, man. Like every fucking song is single with a video, and then then of course you can buy it on vinyl or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But like that's the day and age of the music business and how people absorb music. It's. You got to do it fast food for the brain, man. It'll give it more long. We're going to talk business side of it. Like it'll give it more longevity. We're like, here's a song and a video, and do that like once a month or whatever, or every other month, whatever it may be. And so you have that whole time frame instead of like, oh, I put out a record. Nobody gives a shit about a fucking full record. I mean, I do, but.
But the majority of listeners,
the younger listeners, they're downloading it. They're like, oh, they're seeing it on social media. Oh, a new video from these guys. You know what I mean? And we have so much footage that we filmed too of like just weird shit. Because that's what we did. We worked. We're done with the show. We're hanging out. Hey man, we're gonna film content. We're here together, and having fun, but being smart. Like, hey, let's film it, and photo shoots and just all that kind of shit. Wherever we could do it, we did it. So we can have a lot of shit in the bag because he lives over there, I live over here. You know what I mean?
Scouting locations on every
venue, everywhere. Yeah. Even the promo pic was this this like haunted. I found the place too. I was looking back up. We played this show. It was like this old armory. That was an armory. No, it was a hospital. So like it's haunted. It's one of those like haunted as fuck. And in the basement they do like a haunted maze during Halloween. But it had all these like. There was like jails down there and like it was creepy as fuck, but like we did the work and like I found this Paris's camera, but I'm like, dude, we got to do a picture down there. It's sick. It's like this jail. We'll fucking do the jump thing and like, dude, it's the most epic promo picture you've ever seen in your life.
Oh yeah, I think it's sweet because it's got character to it, and it's just like it makes me like. What the fuck is this? And so many people fucking do the serious fucking, band photos, hair down in the eyes, looking off in the distance and shit, looking fucking cool.
We got it all.
But so, since we're talking about it, where can people like listening to this find you guys on like Instagram? Is that pretty much where you post all your shit?
Yeah. I mean, there's not anything new on there because again, we've all been busy. But as we get this record done, we'll start.
Just search Ape Shit Band on Instagram, basically.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Well, I can't wait to fucking hear it when it comes out.
Dude, it's gonna be the new whatever. Rock metal. It's cool because Tye's not a metal guy. He's just on his phone over there.
So Tye,
I was looking up the.
Oh, okay. But
where are you, Tye, right now?
Man. I'm in Lake Elsinore, California.
Oh, Lake Elsinore.
Yeah.
So how's this whole? I mean, we've obviously COVID and shit. I had this stuff back in October. It's going haywire. I'm in Ohio. Its cases are crazy. I mean, how have you been holding up through all this shit? I mean, I know Arthur is kind of focusing on, creating content, doing music, etc. Like, how are you dealing with kind of all this shit, man?
I'm raising my 3 kids and teaching them how to, be humans and music, and teaching them how to do schoolwork. So,
because are they doing like online schooling in California?
Yeah. So and I do that with then they're all in elementary.
Wow.
So it's kind of a tough task. They don't completely.
Yeah, they're all in different grades, so you have to like do all 3.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. That's crazy, man.
It's a lot of work. It's a ton of work, and I don't get much time to do anything else.
Yeah.
I'll come in and maybe write something or play on something, but I my daughter, she's 6 years old, and she gives me no time. Like
Oh, I get it, man. When they're little like that, I have a 14-year-old son and an 11-year-old son. They're to the age where when they have to go online schooling, because they've been in school pretty much full time in class. But when they have gotten quarantined or something for some reason, they're able to self-sufficiently do their job. But yeah, you sound like you got
They're
your
in school
hands full
out there. They're still doing in school out there.
Yeah, right. So far, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a bad idea after the holidays. I mean, I'm glad they are in school because my kids are glad they're in school. However, I know a lot of people like are not paying attention to, whether you believe in the shit or not, like the social distancing, the masks, etc.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and Christmas time. I mean, motherfuckers are hanging out like it's nothing, and therefore we're getting like 11,000 cases we had in Ohio the other day. So we're one of the biggest, COVID places. Now I've already had the shit because Arthur, as you know, we were supposed to record a bunch of shit, do some stuff, but it's like I was quarantined for a couple of weeks. But I mean, Tye, so when you do have time, I mean, you're playing your instrument. I mean, I see your instruments in the background right now. Is that a stand-up bass?
Yeah, it's an upright, a lemur.
Cool. Do you play that much?
The upright?
Yeah, the upright.
Not really, not anymore.
Yeah.
I used to be
Those
in a
things
jazz
are pretty
band.
Oh, hell
I was
yeah.
in a jazz band for a couple of years, and I had to haul that thing everywhere. But now I just kind of I'll pick it up and just play, some walking bass lines. Or
We should like have a part in another Ape Shit song where fucking upright.
Dude, those things are cool. Last night I was watching
saxophone.
Dude, I saw Arthur. I saw your fucking picture of you with your you look like damn James Hetfield hair.
That was my
the fanny pack one, dude. The fanny pack and the
oh, that's a good one too.
Or something.
I was looking at some, going down the Van Halen hole. It's like whichever era of Van Halen hair, or maybe some early Hetfield. Yeah.
I love it. You had the long hair. Yeah, so you guys could do it. You could. That's the beauty of it. You could pay homage. Would you play saxophone? He's got that upright bass. Hey,
yeah, I want to do some saxophone.
That's your other side project.
I'm gonna have a throne, but I want to put it through a wah pedal and I'm setting up a talk box. I kind of want to try it with a talk box too. Just do weird shit like that, and probably even a distortion pedal or something. To mix it up. Because I played it for so long.
I was watching Mad Season DVD, and that John Baker Saunders guy was playing. I forget what song it was.
There you go.
Long Gone Day or whatever. Yeah.
Play some Coltrane.
Dude, that's badass.
No, Miles Davis.
That thing. Yeah. Imagine having to carry that thing to gigs.
Oh, dude.
Like having to be careful with it. I mean, it's not like a violin or mandolin or something. It's like that motherfucker's like a cello.
Yeah, I used to have to bring, because I'd have to carry that and a 5-string with me.
Wow.
I had a switch before, Fadley had a song that slap or whatever. So I would have to carry that thing and the 5-string, and where I went to school was way up this hill because you never had parking up at the top. So I had to walk all the way through all this crap. I lost a lot of weight at that
time. So you were a jazz guy.
Huh?
You were a jazz player.
Yeah.
Is that what did you grow up playing jazz and then you got into rock and roll?
No. I definitely got into rock and roll first, but I was like real heavy into disco. That was like my thing. Jazz was kind of
like ABBA disco or like Bee Gees disco, like
anything, all that,
or
all that,
Kiss
like,
disco.
I like Dynasty. I got the program
for Dynasty. I was listening to some Paul Stanley describing how they recorded everything, and wow,
hell yeah.
And how he just totally berates like Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, how they just sucked and like
really.
Yeah, dude, it's great. I was like, what? It's on YouTube, and it's like him talking about every record, telling the whole story, how they
look at that.
Recorded it.
Sick, dude. Sick.
And he just like bad mouths him so bad that they couldn't play, and he was such a shitty drummer, and Ace sucked, and the guy wrote all the parts for him. They wrote all the drum parts for him, then they couldn't play him, and I was just like, wow.
This is Disco Kiss, isn't it?
Disco's Kids, what is it? What's that song? I was made for loving you. I was made for loving you. You were made for
you ever seen the version of
that Solid Gold
Wonder Woman do
dope.
that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was just saying dude, their outfits are perfect.
Yeah.
We need those kind of outfits, but like ape shit versions.
Yeah.
More blood, bananas. Well, right on.
Jazz, and then so what other bands, man? Like I know you were in Alien Ant Farm, and then there's another band I saw besides Ape Shit that I don't know if you're in any active bands besides Ape Shit. Meek.
Yeah.
So what was that band about?
Meek's badass.
That's kind of my like concept Pink Floyd-y kind of band. I'm really into that kind of stuff. I love hallucinogenics.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do music that's like, good to take acid to and stuff, and kind of more mellow and stuff. So that's
it's really dope. Check it out.
Thank you, Artie.
Yeah, no, it's badass.
So it's more vibey.
With the /K. Everybody look it up.
Yeah.
So you say that hallucinogenics. So like, what's like the craziest freaking tripped out experience that you've had, man? Just with like acid or what, like if you're a fan of, here's a funny thing, Arthur, dude, I've never done mushrooms, never done acid. I've never done a hallucinogenic drug. Now I've been offered to, and like, dude, you got to do shrooms.
I highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it.
That's what people say. Acid.
What do you say?
It's even like on the medical side, like microdosing, where it's kind of a reset for your brain. I'm going to do that pretty soon here. I think I need a fucking reset. But you do a small dose where you're not tripping balls or shit. But like, it's kind of like a reset. You know what I mean? Defrag your hard drive kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I've done acid a couple times. I've done shrooms a couple times. It was cool. Do I want to do it a lot? No. For me, all that next day is like...
You did?
What the fuck?
Yeah, all the kids are gone. Everyone's like, all my kids are with their mom.
What did you do? Some shrooms and a tea? What'd you do?
No, I did 2 doses.
So, are you still awake from last night?
Are you still tripping balls?
So I actually got like a normal night's sleep.
Wow. So everyone's gone since you're usually busy with the kids. You're free to do what you want. Hey, I'm
up in Lake Tahoe right now.
Hey, this is going on the internet, right?
Oh, is it?
Oh, this shit's bigger than Joe Rogan, man. There's like 10 million people.
I took 2 doses last night. It wasn't even last night, like 2 p.m. I was having lunch.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Sit in a chair and like fucking trip? Like, how do you trip? I gotta lock myself up. I can't. I took shrooms one time, a million years ago, and like went out and like that freaked me out for a while. Then I finally mellowed out and watched some music in a band. And it was actually disco. Speaking of disco, it was Booty Quake. I don't know if you remember them. They were like the disco version of Steel Panther. It was kind of the same dudes. Russ was in it. Satchel was in it. I think it was Ralph too. It was all. They had a whole company. It was interchanging. They would do the Booty Quake.
We had like a groove line over here that did it.
Yeah, the metal school, metal shop. It was like this company, and they all were interchangeable players. Anyway. But they were fucking so badass at it, and they would do all that disco shit, killing it, with more fucking rock balls. But, they dressed up. It was pretty rad.
So what's a fucked up story, Tye? Give me.
I don't really have any.
You don't have any, or do you have a most memorable? Because, dude, I've had not naming any names, but I've had friends like, text me in the middle of the night, like, dude, I'm tripping, blah, blah, blah. I wish you were here. And they're just like out in their van, listening to music, fucking filming weird shit.
Usually that's all I do is just blast music.
Yeah.
And I just sing real loud to it and just kind of get really into it. There's not much. I mean, I've taken it to where it's like you're hanging out in a beach or something like Brazil and you just want to party hard and just drop and
hey, I've done that.
Have beers and stuff, but there's nothing like
nothing crazy.
Nothing that I've never seen like this crazy dragon come out, or anything like that. I've never like really done it publicly. I kind of always just do it to where I have
I gotta lock myself up in my place and be safe and not worry about like trip balls. Because I don't know. I mean, I could probably trip balls in a bad way.
It was good. The stuff
pretty
I got
easily.
last night was good though.
Nice.
It was really good. Like I didn't feel sore, none of that strychnine stuff, or
Yikes.
it was pretty clean, and I wasn't really hallucinating really hard. It was mostly just mental.
A little reset, microdose, fucking brain reset. Absolutely.
So I know I've seen people do like the little squares of it, but then I've also eyedroppers full that you can put on shit. Do you just take the little pieces of
right
paper
into your eyeball?
Yeah, I just take sheets.
I'll be 2 seconds.
Wow, that's crazy. But you feel totally fine now. Like there's not like a hangover. Is there like a hangover period for the shit?
There used to be, but I don't think there is anymore. Because I think they got. I mean, I'm sure you can get some bad acid and have strychnine in it stuff.
Yeah, right.
It's real speedy, makes you feel like you're on meth kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But last night didn't feel like that at all. It was really good.
Does it inspire you to write music?
No, not really. Well, I mean, I guess it would inspire me to the point because I like to listen to a lot of stuff that I write when I'm on it to see if it's any good for it.
Yeah, right.
But really it's the writing the music, especially with like Meek type of stuff, because I'm going even more psychedelic with the new Meek stuff. It's getting even more crazier. But like I'll write music inspired to like want to take it.
Right.
Like I'll probably take it the next, I don't know, half a year or something like that, and I'll probably have all this music by then. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dose so I can listen to all this stuff.
That's cool. So you do the acid or whatever hallucinogenic to listen to original music that you've previously recorded to see if you realize like, wow, like I think other people on this will appreciate listening to this. Like when like Stoner Rock, oh dude, go to fucking, listen to Caius driving to the desert and fucking taking bong hits. Like it's the whole deal of what Meek kind of is.
Yeah.
And it kind of opens your mind to like just a whole different realms of thought. Like, and then you go
write on it. I wish I could write on it, but there's just no way.
Right.
You're just so far gone. You can't.
I'll smoke some weed and write riffs, but then I record.
Yeah. Weed's way more interactive like that, though.
Yeah.
Acid's not interactive. You're tripping. But but I was actually able to like communicate last night. That's kind of a. Usually I can't communicate when I'm.
You mean like communicate as in like
full conversations,
like aliens, or like just texting Artie?
No, just like I one of my best friends when I was a kid came over and did it with me, and him and I were
you can't just talk to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Him and I were talking all night. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like to have that kind of control over your mouth, because usually you don't.
That's
usually the only thing you can get out is, well, man, I'm tripping. That's like all you can usually get out.
I'm gonna have to microdose, man. Do a little reset.
Dude, it'd be rad to do it at your house.
Yeah, dude, do it anytime. Bring some shit. I'll chip in.
Yeah.
This is going on the internet.
Well, I mean, that would be interesting as an experiment to like film, like even if it doesn't get put out there to the fucking world, but just like film you guys in that state of mind
balls.
to see. Yeah, it'd be like the fucking Tenacious D little skit. If you guys ever see that where they're out in the desert and Kate, dude,
we are quite humorous, man.
It says I'm pregnant.
We were so funny, and everybody loved us so much. We got a lot of hate.
You got a lot of hate?
we would have so much fun on tour that everybody hated us because we were having so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, but most.
We got a couple meetings because of us.
Yeah, man.
Like production.
What do you mean?
Meetings.
Like on the Godsmack tour? Like they had to like
we
intervene?
Were just we would laugh and have fun, and we're doing content. Like we weren't just like sitting around getting fucked up. I mean, we had drinks, but we're doing something cool as well. And everybody was just like on board too, where it got weird, where people were just like, that happens a lot on.
We got shut down. We had like
tour. One of our third ape in the thing, Paris Vision, on the camera. She was even told like to stop doing it with us and shit.
Yeah.
Because of what the thing is, you guys are there to perform a job, right? You go on stage.
Hey man, we killed our job. I'm sorry. We fucking dude, we were dialed. Like our shit was flawless all the time. You know what I mean? Like except random things that you have no control over. But dude, we were fucking dialed. We'd set it up. We'd fucking tear it down. We load it. Hey, you got the truck? We had it down. We're like, dude, I'm out of here. Fucking, I got it. Yeah, beat it. Yeah. You know what I mean? We had it fucking down.
Like, we would like kind of, well, they'd tell us we'd have to be at work at like 10 o'clock, right? Mm-hmm. And we wouldn't be able to unload our truck just say like 1.
Yeah.
So we would like, hey, go do whatever you got to do. Let me know when it's time to go and I'll come right back out. We had each other's back. Like if I was like, oh yeah, go ahead, go do whatever you want. I'll load the truck tonight. I'll take care of the truck by myself. I got enough hands. And he would just go off and do something. And they hated that stuff.
Yeah.
They hated that
we were so dialed.
Like
that we were so good at it.
Yeah, we didn't need to be managed or anything. We kind of did our own thing.
Yeah.
And it was cool though, because actually the band Godsmack was probably the only ones that were like not giving a shit. They were like,
cool. So who was they? When you say they, is it like the production crew of the tour?
It's a job like anything else. There's a production manager, there's a tour manager, there's everything. So, it's a big tour. It's a big production. It even started where like, cause we know what the fuck, backline's usually around like 10 a.m. Cause lights, audio going first, They got to hang all that shit. Riggers, they're in at 7 a.m. Backline when the stage is set, then we roll our shit in. But do we know because we've been doing this? We know what the hell we're doing. We're like, I know nothing's going to be ready at 10 a.m. Yeah. I know all the truss is going to be hanging on stage at, level because they're still hanging lights at like, that's just not going to, I know it's not going to be till 1 that I can push anything in there. Like we know that. So we wouldn't even go in. We'd be like, go check. Yeah, it's noon. Yeah, truss is still on the stage. You know what I mean? They're like floating at like waist level kind of shit. They're hanging lights, whatever. And then that turned into a big deal. Well, the backline's 10 a.m. Everybody's needs to be in there. So what's we gonna do? Like so we started doing that, like, and just sitting there.
Yeah.
Sitting on a case like this.
Wasting time, just doing.
Just sitting there. Okay, we'll sit here, and then sleep on the fucking your work box.
Yeah.
Can't do shit because there's trust. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's see what time. Oh, 1 o'clock. We can put our stuff on. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we switched to like, hey man, I'll get up at 10 tomorrow. Or like, hey, you gonna get up at 10 tomorrow? Like, we sent one liaison to go in and stay in there. Hey man, nah, dude, yeah, go back to sleep, dude. Like, fuck, dude.
Then we had another guy because
the PA's not even up in the air. Fuck it.
Then they got mad because if I said I was gonna, load the truck with myself, if I had like a bunch of other people to where we can give each other like time off or whatever.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to load the truck. All right, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. They
go
get
shower
mad about that. They get mad about that I said it's okay.
Yeah. Because we would do that. Like, hey man, I got it tonight. Go. You got friends in town or whatever. Like, okay, cool. Or you want to shower first? Okay, cool.
But we even had like a remember in Chicago, we had that confrontation.
Yeah,
so stupid.
So what was this conversation? Like, they set you down like little kids?
Yeah. And then we had this one crew guy. He was new. He worked for like a Offspring and whoever else. And he was one of those techs that was like a tech, but he couldn't play to save his life. He couldn't play out of a wet paper bag or wasn't. It's weird where there are these guitar techs, like they have no musical ability whatsoever, but they can do the, mathematical work of it per se. But it's like, for me, that was always strange. Like, how do you be if you don't know fucking tone and like,
yeah,
how do you be a guitar tech if you can't play guitar?
What all the knobs do and what you're trying to get out
or
of
you
it,
can't even play it. So how do you know it plays good if you can't play it? Anyway, so this guy was like the strict stickler. Like, he would just stand there. We're trying to like load it out, and I would even tell him, "Dude, get out of here! I got it." Like, he would just stand there anyway, or sit on the case the whole time because you have hands, stage hands. And, all right, this is next. We line it all up. Yeah, let's go. Come on, go like this. This is gonna flip. This is gonna go 90. Fucking wheels of the sky. Come on, let's go. Blah, blah, blah. And he was just stand there. But then he's the guy that bitched and moaned that, "Hey, Tye, you got it? All right, I'm out of here. Tye, I got it. Get out of here." And he's the guy that like narked us off.
Yeah.
Hey, man, these guys aren't at the truck. You know what I mean?
It sounds to me like he was jealous. But it sounded like he had an issue. Like, wow, these guys are actually having fucking fun. So I'm going to be a dick and complain or set these guys down and reprimand them like a little fucking child.
There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those miserable people like that, man. You know what I mean? And I pulled the dude aside one day too, and like straight up, dude. I got all the crew, whatever. I'm like, "What the fuck is your problem, dude? You got a problem with me? Mm-hmm. Come to us. You got a problem with me about how things are going? Then you come to us and talk to us like a fucking man." He went to the production manager. "Hey, man, these guys are fucking. They're not staying. He's just bailing." And it's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? You're a grown man. Like, I know.
Yeah, if you have a problem
like that, I'm like, "Hey, you got a problem, dude?" I'm like, "Dude, like, hey, if you want to go shower, go bail. You just stand there. You don't even touch a fucking case anyway. You're just like, once in a while, like, fuck off." Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I would have a tough time with that. Especially, it'd be one thing if you guys weren't doing your fucking job and were being shady and
Oh, we killed it.
But you guys were doing what you're supposed to be doing. So on your free time, you should really have the freedom to do, I would think, whatever the fuck you want, as long as you're doing the job right. But there's always got to be somebody lame.
That's how the band thought it was. When I talked to the band about stuff like that, I was like, "Dude, they're coming down on us for all this stuff," and they're just like, "You guys are like the best techs we've ever had." Like,
yeah, totally.
Just leave you alone
all the time. Like not to toot our horns, but dude, we fucking killed it. Like, shit's dialed. Everything's good. Everything's good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. You're loading out. All right, man. It's not that hard. It takes one person. You call the truck. I got a fucking list. Everybody line it up. Oh, we got to wait for the drums now. We got to wait for the drums for another fucking hour because fucking, Throws amazing, but he's methodically slow. Or because it's a fucking bunch of drums and these risers that spin. They had the whole drum gag and all this shit.
It's too bad it just couldn't ride on a riser. That was
right. Yeah. They could have put both in a truck, but that would have been one more truck and money. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is you guys are talking about this because I haven't toured and stuff like that. So like all those people that you guys are referring to, they're all out of jobs right now. The whole thing is so fucking crazy. Like that guy that was being a little whiny bitch to you guys, he's probably fucking doing like Uber or delivering fucking food right now. I feel bad for the crew, the fucking t-shirt printers, the sound guys, the photographers.
So many people. It's millions of people.
Millions of people, dude. It's
what is going to happen?
$30 billion industry. Yeah. You know what I mean? People don't get it. Like, everybody's like, oh, the hair salons, the gyms. Like, dude, live music, what makes, and film and TV video, because those crews are fucked too, because, they're slowly starting to do stuff, but everybody, it's decimated, man. Like, when I'm home, I work for a theater out here. It's a very nice theater, 1,200 seats. It's more for, like, say, the blue hair crowd, older crowd. It's like Engelbert Humperdinck, stuff like that. Broadway shows, rad. It's a pretty good variety, but it's, dude, closed. Like, closed until who knows? Like, this whole industry, man. Millions of people have doing, whatever. Yeah, lighting, guitar techs, this, that, da-da-da-da-da. Like, all that shit, venues, just
gone. You guys, when this shit is over with or under control or whatever, I mean, do you think that that whole industry is going to bounce back? Or do you think a lot of people are just going to be like, dude, I had to get a job at McDonald's because I wasn't touring?
I'm in this forum where it's just all pro individuals, and there's always a question, hey, so what are you guys doing to stay alive until this opens up? And everybody's like, I've started this new career. I started this. Fuck this. I'm not doing that. I'm starting this. Something similar to, say, whatever they were doing. But like, a lighting guy was like, oh, I'm installing all this shit at all these places now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's fucking money and I'm home. Fuck it. A lot of
So
people,
do you think there's
sure,
going to be a shortage then, you guys, like of
I
people
don't know,
or
man.
no?
I don't know on that aspect. What do you think, Ty?
I think everyone's going to try to come back because
I think everybody's going to be like
I
I think it's going to be like fighting for jobs, fighting for gigs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get that gig. Fuck, I need a gig.
I'm pretty secure with my gig right now. I'm not getting paid, but we're doing like drive-ins and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I try to keep it to where I just tour in the summer, and go.
See, that's ideal. I would do that. I don't want to
Yeah.
do the whole like I'm gone all the time with another band. My bands, our bands, absolutely. But do I want to tech nonstop?
Yeah.
Summer tour? Fuck yeah. Make a bunch of money, get the fuck out, and you got time to do what you need to do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was cool. I dug it, man. I was thinking about that. I had pretty interesting fucking, times in tech career or whatever. You know what I mean? It's a rad job. You travel the world. It's a good paying job if you're badass and you're with the right band. You know what I mean? Because it cannot be also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be I mean, for you guys, once stuff's going back on tour, like bands, do you think you guys are gonna get the phone call like from Godsmack or something again? Like, dude, we need you guys, or are you gonna like focus on your own shit, like Meek or Ape Shit?
If we can
Ape Shit's
going to
be so huge, that we're gonna be all right. That's the goal.
The goal is to not work for anybody else always.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. Right. Yeah.
So,
do what you got to do. We all have to do what we got to do.
I enjoy it. I enjoy being a tech, but I mean, I would much rather be a rock star.
Yeah.
So
now I'm kind of over it. I'm short stuff, but I it's time to play. It's time to play.
So you were in Alien Ant Farm, correct, Ty?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what year, like,
is it safe to say that you were Alien Ant Farm?
I don't know. What year? It's pretty boring now.
What year was that? Like band? Like when like
we started in 95. We got signed in 2000. We broke in 2001. That was when we got all the accolades and stuff. And I left in 2006 to go pursue jazz and film scoring, and then came back for a little while and then left in 2014 again.
I want to hear some stories about like when you guys blew the fuck up.
Like flying in private jets and stuff? Or?
Yeah.
So you played for 5 years until you got a record deal, from 95 to 2000.
Yeah.
So you were putting in the work. I mean, were you touring?
Yeah.
Like
we were touring. We went over to Europe and did we toured there. We toured mostly West Coast, Southwest Coast.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you guys in like whatever it was, advertising, like playing in Riverside and shit.
Yeah, we gigged a lot. 5 years we busted our ass to get that contract, and we almost didn't get it. It was Papa Roach that we were such good friends with those guys that it was kind of one of these things where we made this pact that if one band ended up getting signed, we're going to do whatever we can to get the other band signed. And they sold 1 million records, and DreamWorks gave them an imprint, and they were just like, oh, we're signing Alien Ant Farm. So,
nice.
So that's how you guys got signed. Papa Roach got signed first.
Yeah.
You guys are buddies.
We were doing all the showcasing for every label. We were doing, we would do like residencies at Coconut Teaser. Then we did them at the
Coconut teaser. Wow.
Yeah, that was Len Fagan. He just passed away actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, he believed in us. He was like our first champion. He's the one that like really hooked us up when we got into Hollywood. So he was our dude. But we would do a residency over there, and then we'd do a residency at the Viper Room. We'd play like, you know, like 4:00 in the afternoon or 3:00 in the afternoon, and everyone from every label you can think of watched us. And Hits Magazine and all that stuff said that it was gonna, you know, we were gonna be the next thing and all that, and everyone passed on us.
Wow.
And we thought for sure we were gonna get a contract, and everyone passed off. And I think it was kind of, I was like, kind of felt like it was my fault, but you know,
why?
Why would like what do you think the reason why they passed?
Because you're playing 6-string bass?
Well, I mean that had a little bit to do with it, but I think just my overwhelming whatever being on stage with, you know, we got like a singer that's kind of being overshadowed by the bass player, you know.
Oh.
The whole look.
I mean,
at me
I think
kind
that's
of thing.
that's rad. That was part of you guys' fucking magic. I remember seeing you guys going, look at this fucking asshole, man. Hey, but he's fucking tearing it up. Like he's badass. Like, he's badass. He can fucking act like a jackass, and
That's right.
He's badass.
Well, I don't get that though.
You can't fuck with him if he's badass.
You're overshadowing the lead singer because he's not as fucking like fuck yeah as I am. I mean, if a label though was like if I'm a fucking label scout and I was like, dude, these guys are fucking dope, but we gotta tie. Yeah, I would say I would pull you aside and be like, dude, we're really interested in signing you, but it's got to be the focus on the lead singer. So can you just fucking tone it down? You probably would have been like, dude, I just want to get fucking signed. I'll do whatever. Maybe I'm wrong.
Totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
Totally
That was, I felt like that was my band. Like that was my band. And I wrote a majority of the music. Like me and the drummer started it together. It was planned out, you know. And I don't know. I just kind of felt like that was my thing. And they would have to have that in order. Like that's a part of the package, you know, just the way.
I always thought that was part of the package. That was like
if you wanted to sign it, you have to believe
is.
in that person doing what he's doing, you know, expressing himself. So
that doesn't make any. Yeah, that's crazy.
But
I mean, it's crazy that they would be fucking annoyed though at you.
You know, like we had managers, like, well, we had this manager guy, this kind of day-to-day guy. He was like trying to give me like diet pills and try to get me to lose weight. And, you know, I was like, dude, look, I'm not a boy band guy. Like I'm a bass player, you know, and
you weren't like huge or anything.
I know, but it was just,
it was that era, man.
Yeah. It was just like, you had to be good looking to get in a band or to be in a band. And the focus was on me. It was like, oh, this bass player is like a little heavy and he's, you know, whatever. It was just that stupid Hollywood shit. And I think that caused us from getting a record deal. And then Papa Roach was like, oh, we'll sign you guys, you know, and it obviously worked out for DreamWorks. So
yeah,
and they probably made $30-40 million off of us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how was that? Okay, I'm curious. I don't have a number one song. When was it like? What did it feel like when it was like it really was starting to like pop? Like you did the Smooth Criminal shit, and that shit blew the fuck up. Like
Big Day Out in what is it called? Big Day Out in Australia.
Yeah.
That's when I started noticing that we were getting big because people that were driving in cars were honking at us when we're just walking down the street.
Nice.
That's where I was just like, wow, like this is happening. You have those weeks where you sell, you know, like 91,000 copies in 1 week, you know, and everyone just knows who you are. Yeah. And it's a trip, and everywhere you go, it's, you know, that the crazy thing for me, like, is all the autograph and picture stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's when you like, you know, we weren't like that big, but there was a lot of people doing that, you know, like it was just like you couldn't go anywhere without having, like I'd go to the mall and people would be like, hey, you're Alien Ant Farm, you know, and take a picture. It's like I couldn't go anywhere, you know. It was just so crazy.
That's part of the job. Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that is
some people accept that and are super cool about that. And then some people are like,
I'm super cool. The thing that I'm not super cool about is interviews.
oh, well, thanks for being on our show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I figured you would like interviews because, like say Alien Ant Farm, you were a big part. You were one of the principal songwriters.
But this is the thing. We're like shooting the shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's the whole point.
If you go do an interview, they ask you the same damn question over and over.
I hate that shit too. It's like,
yeah, it's just stupid. And I just,
Mm-hmm.
I would want to talk music. Like, I'm in a band. I'm a musician. Let's talk about music. Like if they want to talk about like where you eat and all that shit and how
wherever it's good.
Who named the band? Where did the band name come from? How long you guys been together? It's like, it just after a while I just said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. So I stopped doing interviews and had all the other guys do them.
You just stopped doing them because you wanted to look like you were.
Well, enemy, and
he's the brooding yet funny guy.
No, enemy, like those UK magazines hurt my feelings, dude. So I didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, they're calling me fat and they're like, comparing me with other people and this one reporter, she got me like into a fight with Be Real. You know what I mean? Like because she like took what I said out of context and like made it look like I was talking shit. And I was just like, dude, I would never talk shit on Be Real, dude. Like, come on.
You seem like the kind of guy that wouldn't talk shit on anybody. Like you just seem like a cool fucking guy. If you're cool to me, I'm cool to you. These fucking the media do anything they can to create a headline or people to like search up for what the fuck's going on. They created this like fictitious beef between you and Be Real.
Yeah, it was just so stupid. I mean, I was talking about like the differences between audiences, like in the UK, Europe, and versus America. And I was saying, how America is very fatty. Like you don't have bands where I was like, for example, we haven't heard much from Cypress Hill lately, but there was this kid that was just wanting to share all this. Like we were at this party and he couldn't speak English. He was speaking Czech and he just wanted to express to me like how much he loved Cypress Hill. And it was showing me all his CDs of Cypress Hill. And he's like, oh, you're so good. And trying to whatever. And I was saying like how that fanaticism is very real overseas and how it's not here. Yeah. You get like some people like obviously like the U2s and Metallicas have those kind of people. But I was just saying like I love how they're fans. They don't care if it's big, if it's fatty, if it's whatever it is. They just love what they love. They appreciate it. And she turned it into me saying that, Cypress Hill's a band that has like no one cares about Cypress Hill anymore. And which I totally didn't say. And it got it. And it's funny because my girlfriend at the time ended up sitting in a plane. He's sitting right next to her. And she tells him, and this is how I found out about it. She goes, oh, my boyfriend's an Alien Ant Farm. He goes, your boyfriend? That's your boyfriend? Yeah. He goes, oh, I don't like that guy.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And like of all things, I'm like, fuck. So between that and between being called fat, like calling me like the fattest rock star and all that stuff, I was just like,
I didn't know, Ty.
I'm good. Like I'm good.
I got a hug for you.
And this was before social media. Like now it would be even worse. I mean, I played the TV show Survivor, right? I'm in the whole reality television world, and there's a lot of crazy fans, and there can be some brutal shit, dude. And these fanatics and that will give people death threats over a reality television show. And you're like, dude, I'm just someone that fucking signed up for this damn shit. You're just a musician that happened to make it big. And then now motherfuckers are talking about you and trying to bring you down. And you obviously it affects you. We are people. It's like, and now it's even fucking worse with social media. You know what I mean?
Oh man. It'll be the end of society. Absolutely. For sure.
I mean, due to like my stage presence and stuff, I have a lot of people talking shit on me. There's a lot of people out there that really don't like me. They don't like my face. You know? They really want to punch me. So there's a lot of those out there, but also, you know, I get a lot of love from just like uber geek freaking band member musicians. I get it all the time. I get a lot of love. It's amazing to like, you know, you go on Facebook and someone's just like, oh, I've been wanting to reach out to you for so many years, let you know that I started playing music because of you, and this and that, and that still continues, and that still goes on. So that's you know, that's the upside of it. But I think that all that shit talking and all that stuff, that's only when you're kind of on top. I think once
man, they got to tear you down. I always enjoyed it. I always, you know, because you could fucking shred it up, and dude, you're performing. You know what I mean? Take it next level. You know,
I had a really good looking lead singer, and I wanted to be like one of the dudes. Like I wanted to be a lead singer too, but I just wasn't. I wasn't like, you know, given that ability of not being such a great singer and being good looking. You know, but I wasn't gifted that, so I had to find out another way.
There's a lot of. I mean, think about Metallica. I mean, obviously with Cliff Burton was badass. And then you have Jason Newsted coming in. And I remember when he came in the band and I'd go see Metallica back in the, you know, 90s, Black Album comes out. Dude, Newsted's presence in the band was fucking badass. And he wasn't the original guy, but he was like, if I'm at a Metallica concert, I'm really not watching Kirk Hammett or Lars. Like, I'm watching fucking Newsted fucking... Look at that badass motherfucker, right? And I know that obviously I think that caused a lot of trouble, maybe like with Metallica and maybe Jason Newsted getting, I don't know that story, but it seems like, there's a lot of jealousy
Metallica
involved.
Has great bass players. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them is awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I don't like Trujillo. I love Trujillo. I don't like him in Metallica though.
Really?
In Infectious Groove, he's badass. Suicidal, great. But in Metallica, it doesn't do.
Who would you like to see in Metallica then?
Fuck, I don't know. Fucking, I don't know.
But out of the people that they were auditioned, they did like the dude from
you know what,
Marilyn Manson guy, Scott Reeder.
I got a Scott Reeder story for you. I love Trujillo. You know what bugs me? It might be what people like when he does his crab thing.
Yeah.
That's fine in Suicidal, Infectious Grooves, but when he does it in Metallica, it fucking bugs me.
Huh.
Do you find it borderline cheesy?
I find it borderline cheesy. Yeah, to me, because Metallica is not cheesy. I mean, maybe they are now, but my Metallica. You know, I grew up with Metallica, old school Metallica. I remember listening to Master of Puppets,
songs, Metallica's got some real deep songs, and they're
Garage Days. Do you remember hearing me and Mike fucking Garage Days? Were like fucking every day, all the Garage Days, and dude, Justice for All is like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
It's like they were fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, now they're whatever, get old and rich and.
Yeah.
Could you see Tye in Metallica? Would Tye be a good bass player for Metallica?
Fuck no. He'd be doing that crab shit too. I'd throw shit at him. Fuck that. I'd bring a bunch of ape shit poop so it wouldn't hurt him.
We were actually being looked at by Lars.
Nice.
And I was supposed to get an audition. And because he wanted to sign us, or he was interested in signing us, he was like, I don't want this guy to, like, this is my band over here, you know?
Yeah.
So that was kind of a weird thing when I found out about that, that I was supposed to get an audition or a call from Metallica. I was like, whoa, that's pretty fucking cool, you know?
Yeah, that'd be dope. I mean, just to do it. Yeah, it would be fucking rad.
But I definitely wouldn't fit in Metallica.
But watching that, like, Trujillo did school the audition. Like, just watching him, dude, he's fucking into it. He knows it. He's like, he went in there, just dialed. He fucking schooled it. You know what I mean?
I couldn't believe how bad the other bass players were.
Yeah, I know.
Like, right? I thought way highly of all those guys. And
absolutely.
And when they were just like trying to play For Who the Bells Tolls, I was like, dude, you guys all look like you're falling apart.
Yeah, dude, Trujillo nailed that. Even Scott fucked that shit up. You know what I mean? Like, I remember during that happened, we were recording like the first HOBP thing at Scott's house. And then like all of a sudden he had like a brand new stack of every Metallica record. Like all brand new CDs and shit, not even open. Some open, some not. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Before, nobody knew. Like, I know. I'm like, because he didn't listen to metal. He wasn't a Metallica fan. You know what I mean? Like, he's an amazing bass player. Scott Reeder's fucking amazing bass player. You know what I mean? It was just that whole thing was kind of like weird and funny. Like watching that movie or whatever, like he didn't go in and school it. You know what I mean? He wasn't fucking. He didn't grow up like you can tell. Trujillo grew up with that shit, and he knew what was up. You know.
Well, true, but I want to ask you this though: could it be like everyone that tried out, like Les Claypool, these guys are rock stars in their own right, but it's like trying out for Metallica. I don't care what fucking band you're in. There's got to be a little bit of like, holy shit, I'm auditioning for Metallica. A guy like Scott Reeder, he's more of a quiet dude. Like I love Scott. Scott's fucking awesome. But Trujillo has more of that fuck yeah confidence at like type A shit where Scott more shy. You think Scott kind of was like, fuck, like,
no, I just think that's not his vibe.
Fucking Metallica.
I just don't think. No, I don't think it was anything like that. Scott's. It's just I don't.
We'll have to ask him on the podcast.
He wasn't the right fit, and he's not a metalhead. You know what I mean? Like he didn't grow up listening to fucking like.
Not too many musicians. You find not too many musicians are very well versed in all styles. Yes. It's usually like in bands. There's the guy that if he plays metal, that's what he does. You know, it's not like he knows jazz or anything. Robert Trujillo is more of a guy that can fit any role.
Yeah,
he can probably play anything. You know.
Yeah, right.
And that's just that's he's gonna nail it. If Robert Trujillo would go play with U2, he would nail it. You know, or something like that. He's
one of those. He's that guy. I just don't in Metallica. I'm just like, man. Okay, you want to go? I'll take it one step forward. I think I might have told you this, Matt. So, Matt, what show am I at? I think it was a Slipknot show. I think we played the Palladium, and like, it's LA, it's the Palladium, Slipknot. It's like subliminal verses, so they're already fucking huge. It was a big deal. They're playing the Palladium because they're already doing fucking arenas. You know what I mean? And we're hanging out, and like the System guy, it's every rock star, just fucking everybody. So like System of a Down, who I knew a lot because we're signed the same label. We always hung out with System of a Down. It's like Chavo. I'm hanging out with Chavo, and then it's like fucking these guys and those guys. Like it's like every band in the world. Because Slipknot's it's Slipknot. And like, but Kirk Hammett was there. And I'm hanging out in the back. I'm hanging out with Chavo and Kirk Hammett's right there. I'm like, oh fuck, Kirk Hammett, yeah, I fucking love Kirk Hammett. And I'm talking to him. He's super cool. And I'm like, hey, man, can I ask you a trippy question? He's like, oh, yeah. I go, so Scott Reeder, why didn't you guys pick Scott Reeder? And he's like, oh. He's like, the truth, honestly, I couldn't get past his feet.
Are you serious?
Swear to God. Which is a trip because... Like Scott plays barefoot, you know what I mean? That's his thing. That's like his thing, you know what I mean? He plays barefoot. He washes his feet after. It's like his ritual thing, and that's awesome. But I guess he did that for the idea. He always plays that way. He's always like that. But that's what, like, I guess tripped out fucking Kirk Hammett.
Wow.
I know, right? Trippy.
That is crazy. That's
I go the thing that Scott's like, that's his thing is what kind of deterred, because he could have played that shit and nailed it absolutely and felt a little more cool with it, but I like you say, like I said, the Trujillo went in there and just schooled it like nothing. You know what I mean? You can just see the energy and the vibe, and like he's like, dude, what? So.
Right. I hear you. So I want to go back. I mean, I think Artie, you mentioned this, like Tye. Alien Ant Farm becomes signed in 2000. 2001, you really hit it big. Everyone knows who the fuck you are. You're living the life of a rock star. Dream come true. I'm assuming you put in the hard work. You're like, shit, fuck yeah, I'm finally here. And then what becomes like the point in time where you're like, this is your baby. What's the downfall of your time in Alien Ant Farm when you left the band, I guess in 2006, you said? Yeah. Like, give me that timeline. How does it go from the greatest thing ever to fucking I'm out?
Usually decisions the other members make. Like, if you don't think they're, like, for me, I just thought they were making really bad decisions, like when we were trying to come out with our third record, I think it was, and the label's like, we don't hear a single in here yet. And I was like, okay, well, let's go back to work. And my drummer, I mean, I love him very much. He's one of my greatest friends, but he was like, nah, let's go rogue and go put this thing out by ourselves and go, get in a van and go tour. And I was like, that's a terrible decision. But, and the thing is that everyone went along with that, instead of doing your job and fulfilling your contract, and going out there and doing it the right way. And we ended up because we did stuff like that, there was no marketing, no promo, anything to get behind any of our shows because the label wasn't there for us. And we would do, we booked a tour and nobody knew about it. There was no street teaming. There was nothing going on the radio. There was nothing. And we were playing in front of 70 people. What just happened? It was just
and this is record 3, you're saying?
Yeah.
Third record. So record 2, you're playing big venues, decent sized venues, headlining fucking tours.
Yeah.
And then you just said, fuck it.
Well,
so you were not on board with that idea. You were just outnumbered.
Yeah. Yeah. I was outnumbered. Both times it's outnumbered. I every time it becomes a big decision and I get voted no, I leave. That's really what it comes down to.
Wow. Yeah, bad decisions, man. That's life for you. That sucks, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you had the success.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm kind of over that band though.
Right.
I don't really want to work on that music anymore. It's just I dumped a chick basically that I just don't want to be with anymore.
Are they still doing things? I mean, obviously you got things going on. What are they doing? Still in the band?
Still doing Ant Farm, and I've heard a couple of demos and stuff, and I wasn't really impressed. They're right.
Is it similar to what it sounded like? It's similar stuff, or are they trying to break new ground and
I think they're trying to
break
new ground, but I don't know. There's some good ideas, I guess, because I've heard 4 new songs, and they did a Wham cover, and
what song?
Boom boom, Jitterbug.
That and they put what song is that? Somebody.
Oh, that's George Michael. No, that's Wham.
That's Wham.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's a great song.
I mean, I wouldn't have made that decision to do that song because Limp Bizkit did a Wham song.
Yeah.
Or he did a George Michael song.
They did George Michael song.
Yeah, but I was when we did Michael Jackson song, nobody else did a Michael Jackson song.
Dude, that's dope. That's a great version. Tell me something about that. Tell me some story about that. That's it's such a good version of that. And that helps skyrocket you to a #1 fucking song in the world kind of shit.
Is that still on the radio?
Yeah.
Is it that song? I hear that shit.
Yeah. It gets played quite a bit.
And you picked that song, right? To do the cover?
Yeah. So what happened? I was a huge Michael Jackson fan, especially of that Moonwalker video. Huge. Would come home from school and watch it every day. And I loved Smooth Criminal. That was my jam. Yeah. And we were waiting for our guitar player to tune or something in between songs, and I just started playing it. And Mike just started playing with it. And the crowd went absolutely fucking nuts that we were playing that. And it was one of those things where it's you know what? We need to cover that song.
Yeah.
And it broke ground everywhere, dude. We went to Europe. No one knew who we were. We went to Europe. We played that song, dude. We had that whole, all the festivals we played, whatever. It had everyone going. It was just an instant, it was just a groundbreaker or whatever you call it for people trying to figure out who we were, or what we're up to. As soon as we played that, every single time, everyone went nuts.
That's dope. Yeah, man. It's a amazing version. I dig it. I listen to that shit all the time still. I'm like, let me put this up.
Yeah, I really like the song. I mean, I don't get tired of it,
No,
and I think it's cool when people, I get a lot of whenever it's playing on the radio or whatever. I always get screenshots of my friends sending it to me, going, "Hey, I'm listening to you right now on the radio."
Was that trippy for you?
But Michael Jackson gets all the money, right?
He gets half.
Yeah, he gets half.
Yeah.
That's right.
But when you first started hearing your songs on the radio, dude, was it what was that
feels
like
they don't feel like they belong on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trip.
Yeah.
Like when I'm listening to like you hear it with all the stuff, I go like, oh, the song, the person that song before, either though I don't really like it, it sounds like it should be on the radio. And then you hear your own song and I go, this doesn't feel like it fits. Like, that's a trippy thing. When I first heard it, it was on K-Rock, and we were actually recording the record, and they got like a little demo version, and they started playing that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's was
crazy.
Like a real like crazy thing that they were playing our song months before it was even going to be released.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. K-Rock did good stuff for us. We had a lot of real cool local help, like the radio station out here. Really, I mean, K-Rock helped us when we had no label. They were putting us on the. They had some kind of like countdown at 8:00 on these certain days, and they would always put what bands there were going to be on there. It was like a local countdown or something like that.
Yeah,
and they had us
dope, man.
They had us on there for a long time with movies.
And what year did the Michael Jackson cover come out?
2001.
Yes, you guys seem like, I mean, I could be wrong, but groundbreaking as far as a band like you being played on the radio, a cover like that, because now you hear Five Finger Death Punch and
that's
like
all anybody does.
Like
covers.
That Cranberries song that other band fucking does, Bad Wolves or whatever, and those are radio. You turn on if I wake up in the morning and go to work and I turn on rock radio before my Bluetooth kicks in, it's like I hear those fucking songs, but it seems like you guys are doing that well before, years and years before people. It's like the new thing to do.
Yeah, we did a lot of covers. Like we used to do Sade Smooth Operator. That was like our big one. But
that's dope.
Did you guys record that? Did you guys record that?
No, I don't think so. I might have it somewhere or something, but I know I have it videotaped, but I don't think I've ever recorded.
I wonder if that's on YouTube somewhere.
But it was pretty.
We'll put a link right here.
That was like our big song. Like we would close with that song, Smooth Operator, and we would pull it out and people were like, what? This band brings a saxophone player out and a percussionist, and we would play Smooth Operator. But then, we stuck with the smooth thing, which is complete coincidence, but yeah, we played covers at like almost every single one of our shows. We loved playing covers. We did a lot of like Bad Brains covers and Weezer covers, and we just whatever we're into.
That's killer.
I noticed though, when after ours came out, we did what's that, Warped Tour. We did Warped Tour, and I noticed that bands right after we did it started doing covers. Like Ataris came out with like the Summer of '69, because that was the thing that I think that labels were looking for.
For the hit cover that was already a hit, guaranteed hit for the band, doing the cover of the hit that's already a hit.
Yeah, that became the thing.
Wow, that's fascinating. Because like I said, I hear it all the time now. Like, this Kenny Wayne Shepherd song, Five Finger Death Punch does. And it's funny, the guy Noah, who actually sings on that song, is from my town of Cincinnati. He used to play little fucking bars and then hooked up with Kenny Wayne Shepherd, do that song, bam, he's instant rock star.
Oh, I mean, nowadays he sang the original.
Yeah, this guy Noah, it was like Kenny Wayne Shepherd, but that's vocal. Like Kenny Wayne Shepherd was a guitar player. Noah, Cincinnati, sang it, and I think he still now lives in my town. And but it seems like everything happens for a reason. Tye, I mean, you have kids to raise, and it's like your life. You got to experience what it's like to be at a pretty damn high level rock star. Yeah, I mean that's most people's. I would think start playing guitar. Like my son's playing guitar all the time. He's 14. And I'm showing him all these records and showing him like live shit. And he's like, man, I can't believe what it would be like one day playing in front of all those people and blah, blah, blah. It's got to be a dream come true. Oh, so yeah. You've got to experience the highs and the lows and working behind the scenes. In the future, like you're doing Meek and Ape Shit. Is there any other project you have in the works as a musician? I know you have very little time with it being a, full-time taking care of the kids, which is very important. Is there any other projects you're working on musically?
No, not right now. I've been really, I've always wanted to do kind of like a Frank Zappa thing, like real crazy progressive, mixed in with orchestration and stuff like that. So, and I know a lot of people ask me to do something like that. They're like, oh, you should do a solo project or something like that. That's really crazy. And so I've been kind of thinking about doing something like that, like really going out and writing some real crazy shit, that's really complicated to play and right. Just not worry about it. Just be like, oh, I'm just gonna,
bust out the 6-string bass.
Yeah.
Fucking shred it up.
Yeah. And just get some real ridiculous players on it and stuff like that. And so that might be something. I know I'm definitely going to do that before I pass away. So that'll I don't know how near in the future it is, but it's definitely going to, it's going to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, just one of those things. Because I mean, Arthur's all the time has a million bands and projects going on.
Maybe one of them will fucking take off.
Well, I love seeing that though,
dude.
Tye.
Ape Shit's gonna be the shit, dude. Sorry, Ape Shit's gonna be so huge. You mock my fucking words. People are gonna be like, "What?"
I think now's the time. 2021, dude. Like
people need the next fucking thing, and it's fucking Ape Shit.
And I think with both your personalities, I mean, I'm gonna go back and watch. After we're done, I'm gonna type in YouTube Alien Ant Farm and watch some stage presence of you, Tye. I think that photo you showed jumping up and down. That's larger than life characters, right? It's like,
oh yeah,
I love seeing that. Like when I grew up, like seeing, White Zombie or Danzig or something like that, or
absolutely
on a totally different level. But just seeing like you're not just a fucking band. I mean, Ozzy was a character that you can relate to. It's like you're like a fucking superhero, dude. And I think that energy with the Ape Shit, and I'm laughing at your hashtag. Do your little, I can't do the little hashtag. Oh,
every song has it.
Like,
it's for the masses.
Yeah, that's
it's the call of the masses.
The shrewdness.
See? Yeah, I love that.
Shrewdness.
And there's really not a lot of.
We're gonna.
I mean, there's tons of bands, but I think with Ape Shit, dude, like it could gain a lot of momentum.
It is. It's one of those weird things where
people love it and they haven't even heard it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the timing's right.
Yeah.
That's the timing's so right, cool mentally, time-wise, society-wise. It's time right for this, and
it's an amazing idea.
I think we'll get some traction, and we can, we'll be opening up for Slipknot in no time. And giving them,
I love that time,
and kicking their ass, giving them a run for their fucking money. Shit, they're gonna be like,
well, I think, man, you guys both know the correct people to if you have the killer shit, like these songs back up the vibe of the visuals and shit,
dude. It's ridiculous.
You guys have the connections to get it into the hands of the correct people.
Yeah. And
I mean, to check out, you know what I mean?
Like, if you see the vision and hear it and go like, "Oh, dude, I need to get on this."
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer for a label or anybody who wants to get involved with it.
Yeah,
it's just it's the package of it, just the merch, the videos that we make, the music, just everything about it is just seems so.
And it's all natural and organic. I mean. Yeah. We did sit down and like, all right, people want to mosh. I'm going to give them this. But it came organically with everything that was a part of it. The videos of this, to that, our personalities. Because I was having a discussion with a label guy. And he was telling me about a discussion with, Rob Peterson, Blasco, Ozzy's bass player. And that's what they were talking about. Like, what is not the new next band, but like, what is the new way or to get the music out there? Like, what's gonna be, the platform or the something, the new way that it's gonna turn into. You know what I mean? Which I relate to Ape Shit, where like the music's amazing, the visuals, the attitudes, the comedic part of it, visual, like everything, like everything's so fast food for the brain. Like it has to be this perfect package, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
What has to want to draw you in?
Yeah, there's no there's no label developing like we're gonna spend 3 years. Like when you need it got signed. That's what they told us. Like, dude, you guys are rock. We want our rock band. Alice in Chains should be our rock band right now, but they're all fucked up. Like, and they said we're gonna take 3 years to build you to grow. Nobody does that anymore. You got to do it yourself now and like figure out your plan and game and this and that and and that's what we did on the road in hotels after the shows, days off. Like we sat and thought about like what's our game plan, what's the merch we need, like like the shrewdness, that's our fans, you know what I mean, join the shrewd, like that's our fucking fans, like even down to that, like Lady Gaga's got the fucking, I don't know what the fuck they're called, like Slipknot's, their fans are the maggots, you know what I mean, just like everything like that, I don't know if that made sense, but it made sense in my head.
It makes sense. I mean, it goes back to what Tye showed us earlier in this podcast of the Kiss deal. Kiss Army.
Oh, yeah. Same thing. Kiss.
They had a thing.
They had it dialed before people fucking gave a shit that if it was dialed or not. Yeah, absolutely. They had that vision. And that's what this came about, all very fucking organically. And like, and so we sat down like, all right, what's this? Oh, you want a mosh? Okay, here's that fucking riff. You want this? All right. And then, we're both super badass musicians, so we're like, dude, let's make this part fucking crazy, cinematic. Where you're like, fuck. Hey, man.
So when can we expect to see some? Like when will I be able to see some Ape Shit?
I'm gonna send a song
track
to get mixed. We're gonna do at least like one to get it out. We're gonna send it to get mixed. We're the next phase that we talked about is like, we have to decide what it's gonna sound like too. Like we tracked everything. But the next thing is like, deciding what that mix is going to be too, which is very important. You know what I mean? But big raw with a little bit of sheen and fucking not overthink it. And there we go. Yeah, if you're lucky, I'll send you a little demo.
I would like to have the video and all that stuff probably done, beginning of next year. I'd like to have
absolutely like that's ASAP because we got it mixed enough, or we can just do a rough to have it to do a video, and we have some shit already too, and we can be smart and creative and do. I mean, I've got all the video gear, shit, all that kind of stuff. It's just a little planning, but soon, man, soon. The 4 songs are done. We're just because Tye programmed the drums, because we did this in hotel rooms all over the world, man. So Tony from Papa Roach played on a couple of tracks. So I'm sending some the other 2 to somebody else who's a big name, and see what they say, or if they have time, or blah blah blah. And then fucking mix it and go, and then just do like a song a month or something. You know what I mean? Or a song every 2 months to give it longevity, because you got to think business wise and marketing wise and do all the shit that the label used to do or should have done. And, that's kind of my personal view, is like, it's a single society now. You know what I mean? Like everything's fast food for the brain. Some people care about records, like we discussed. Some people, it's just they download it. And, so I just want to do a single with the video and have that longevity and keep the ball rolling as long as we can. Yeah. Instead of like, oh, here's a record. And then like, okay, well, yeah. Because everybody's like,
and then dropping merch, get people drop a song that maybe has a vibe, that has a shirt that's kind of
all that stuff.
Whatever. Absolutely. But that's awesome. So basically, for you, Tye, it's like Meek, which you have an Instagram page, and people can search up that. Ape Shit, and then hopefully in the future we see a Zappa inspired fucking crates type deal. But I'm excited for 2021, man, like to be here and for this COVID shit to fucking like get under control somehow. I don't know if vaccines are going to be mandatory for festivals.
They're already talking about that. I think 21 is going to be a fucking wash too. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but we're nowhere near anything.
No.
But then again, is it real? Yes. Is it as bad as they're saying? No. I mean, you had it.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Do you have any extraneous?
My kid mom just got over it.
Whose?
My ex-wife.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I've known like 20 people, and like it was all varying degrees. Like no symptoms, a little bit of symptoms. Felt shitty for 3 days. Felt horrible for 2 weeks. Brutal for 2 months, but they're all fine. And then, yes, some people will fucking die. It just all depends, man. Can we all just shut down? Do we have to shut down everything and everybody starve and lose their businesses?
Well,
it's fucking idiotic.
The good thing is the flu went down 95%.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely, right? Yeah, man. Do your common
That's
sense.
Crazy.
Wash your hands and all that shit. I don't know. Don't get me started on that bullshit. I'm all about fucking Thanos, man. Thin the herd.
Well, hopefully you guys will have music. If it's 2021's a wash for live, 2022 it is. I'm excited to get shows back.
We'll do a live stream at least if there's not shows. I don't know, dude. Arizona, I got a friend in Tempe, and like they're doing shows.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They're just like because they posted a poster. I'm like, is that now or is that old? She's like, no, man, because she's a bartender. And it was like a Motley Crue tribute with like some local bands and some shit. I'm like, what? Is it a real show? She's like, yeah, but I don't give a fuck here. And they're like, I go, how was the turnout? She's like, fucking, it was packed.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Well, Tye, man,
Tempe.
I'm stoked you got to come on the show. Artie always tells me about you.
And dick you are, and hopefully
I love hearing those stories, man. That's awesome. And where can people find you? Like, what's your handle on like Instagram? Is that your main source of social media?
Right there, at Tymus.
Yeah.
That it?
Yeah.
At Tymus, hashtag. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, right on, dude.
Oh, it was part of the ape shit. You'll get part of the shrewdness, bro. Don't worry. We'll send you a vest with the shrewdness. We got the whole. We'll do the biker
hat that says "O" on it.
Oh yeah. all that's coming.
Have you seen the off hat? It's like black trucker hat, white cap, and it says "off" real big and black.
Yeah.
We got the same thing, but it says "O."
Yeah.
Oh, like off, like the pesticide kill. Okay. Oh, off.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got a hat they already made.
Well,
we got thousands made. It's all ready to ship when we launch. Yeah. Merch. We're gonna have a little.
Well, hell
little
yeah.
Poops, little ape shits. Fucking A, man. They're gonna have it all, dude. Absolutely.
I love it.
Yep.
Well, Tye, thank you so much. And you guys, it's been a fucking blast. And we will see you guys next time on fucking Riff Killers. Cheers, and make sure to check out
Riff Killers podcast.
Yeah, buddy. Dude, that was awesome. Tye Zamora. I cannot wait to hear Ape Shit because, dude, you guys are so animated and cool characters. And we had talked before, dude, about like you guys wanting to do some videos and stuff. And I've seen some of the photos that our good friend Paris Vasoni
Absolutely. Amazing stuff.
And dude, I'll tell you what, the conversation that we had with Tye, it kind of took me by surprise. We got super real. Like you said, like you didn't even know some of these stories.
Yeah, man.
And for me, I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah, super deep. So, man, it's been great talking to him. And then coming up, we have Mikey Doling from Snot. He also played with Soulfly and a bunch of other projects. John Garcia from Caius and Unita and his own solo stuff. Got a bunch of awesome guests. So like, subscribe, share.
Ring the bell.
All that stuff.
And again, you got any topics you want us to talk about? We're doing things just me and Matt here. I'm very highly opinionated. And so you got some topics, we'll talk about it. Politics, religion, guns, whatever.
OnlyFans,
absolutely. I started my I'm gonna film some stuff for my OnlyFans right now. Like, whatever you want to talk about and in a different opinion. And you know what? We'll have conversations. Maybe one of you people want to come up and have a conversation with us. Got to be an adult. You have to be open-minded to having other people's opinions. Nobody's here to get butthurt because we have a different opinion, and have an adult, intelligent conversation. Come on now.
Check it out. Cheers. Love you all.
Come on now, people.
I'm Arthur C.
And I'm Tye Zamora.
And I'm Ape Shit.
Want to explain to you guys out there the shrewdness.
You are all the shrewdness, the family.
Hashtag OOH. How you do it, what it is.
And when you do that, that's when you meet a fellow shrewdness. And that shows your respect. So post your videos. Let's hear your best.